Today we're going on a 3-day winter backpacking trip in the PA Wilds. Hey everyone, my name is Xavier, and today I'm going to be taking you through our 3-day winter backpacking trip in the PA Wilds. So this trip was 17.5 miles long with just under 2,000 feet of elevation gain, and it was in the Quahana Wild area and Elk State Forest. The temperatures had highs in the 30s and lows in the teens, but sometimes in the sun it was upwards of 50 degrees, and both nights we made our own campsites. This was our first time using our snowshoes on a backpacking trip. The snow was about half a foot deep, but there were sections where it was upwards of a foot deep, so it was pretty cool to be using a new piece of gear for a backpacking trip. As far as the gear we have to keep us warm is we have just a normal 2-person tent, a 20-degree sleeping bag with a sleeping bag liner, an inflatable sleeping mat, and a foam sleeping mat. And all of that combined does a pretty good job at night to keep us warm. During the hike, I wore 2 layers. I had a sun hoodie and a lighter fleece, and a pair of thermal pants and a regular pair of hiking pants. When we got to camp, I would add an additional 2 layers, a heavier fleece, and a puffer jacket. And I also had a rain jacket that I would throw on as a quick layer. Okay, so we're a few hours into the first day, and we're currently working up Big Spring Draft. A cool thing, you get these drafts all over the PA Wilds, which is just these small valleys carved out by streams. A small stream to my right. And in these drafts, it is filled with evergreens, rhododendron, and mountain laurel. So if you come here in June or July, the mountain laurel and the rhododendron are in bloom, and it's quite beautiful. An interesting thing about the PA Wilds and the area we're in is instead of your typical mountain range, like when you think of mountains, it is an eroded plateau. So thousands of years ago, this whole area was a higher elevated plain, essentially. And over thousands of years, these streams
carved, again, small valleys throughout the plateau. So it's really interesting. Like you go down into these drafts and then you go back up the other side, back up onto the plateau. And it's just a kind of a cool, slightly different kind of landscape than a lot of other mountain ranges that you get. Oh, alrighty, made it back onto the plateau. And you can see how much more open it is here compared to just back there. First break, time to bust out the fruit snacks. Rockfield. Oh. All right, we made it to the campsite. Now that the work is done, it's time to get to work.
Our first campsite was amazing. As you'd probably see, there is dead wood absolutely everywhere. Like, I don't think I've ever seen as much down wood as there was in this area.
I got a fire going. Ready to cook some dinner.
For dinner, we had hot dogs, and there's nothing like a hot dog cooked on a fire for a winter camping trip. But yeah, we sat out around the fire for a few hours, we ate dinner, and then we went to bed, ready for tomorrow's hike.
Camp is packed up. Time to hit the trail.
For the second and third day, we strapped our snowshoes onto our packs, because with there only being about half a foot of snow in most places, having the snowshoes on and the added weight, especially once snow started building up in the spikes, it was about the same amount of effort to just walk in the snow with our boots.
Cool brick foundation. Bridge is barely wide enough for my pack. Ooh, that was interesting.
So this hill coming up doesn't look like much, but it ends up being one of the biggest obstacles we have on our entire backpacking trip. The snow is easily like a foot deep on most of the slope, and it takes us almost an hour to go less than a mile.
We made it. We're back on top of the plateau. Now it's mostly flat all the way to camp. Ooh, kind of looking forward to getting there. Gonna have nice ramen noodles for dinner. Nothing like hot meal on a winter backpacking trip. Whew, that was the steepest bit of the whole trail. But it was pretty fun, pretty cool. I'm glad it's over though. This is a pretty cool open area. A little bit of a view down that way. We are so close to camp now. Today, this campsite is along Coal Run, which is also where we're going to be getting water. Whew, but today's been a long day. We've been going, I think like about 6 hours so far. A little bit longer than we planned, or that we originally thought, but is what it is. It's a really cool area along this run. I'm excited to see what the site's like and get set up for the night and get some food in my stomach. But so far, this has been a pretty great trip, I would say. Ooh. But I am kind of looking forward to getting out tomorrow. But yeah, still been absolutely amazing.
So yeah, this was our longest day of the trip, but we got to camp, managed to get a fire going, and then we settled in for the night.
Morning of the last day. Gonna pack up. Now we're heading out there. Pretty good night. Alrighty, here we split off of the Conda Trail on the Mohawk Trail. After this, for a little bit, we'll be on the road for a little bit and then back at the car. No, it doesn't look like it, but it is quite warm. It's like 40 degrees, and in the sun, it's probably like 50 or 60, which compared to the 20s we've had pretty much the whole trip, quite warm in comparison. Quite warm. But I'll take it. Made it back to the road. Feels really weird walking on solid ground. Only a little bit left to go.
I really enjoyed this trip. The PA Wilds is always a cool place to be any time of the year, but I do really like a forest in winter. But yeah, thanks for following along and thanks for watching.
Ooh, I made it back to the car. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe and go out and have your own adventures.